African region is a place to watch in the space of oil and gas exploration. Now, countries have continually discovered new commercially viable deposits, and the lesson we are getting from Tanzania is that the Chinese oil giant CNOOC is in talks with the state there to try and explore off the coast of Tanzania as the country eyes more potential in the oil and gas space. Now, we'll be digging more into details of that story. It's a developing story in our subsequent shows. I'm your host, Charles Boji. Welcome to Money and Markets.
Today we are celebrating 30 years of impactful research. Over the course of the past 30 years, we've done work supporting government, UN agencies, and CSOs in various aspects, like developing the agro-industrialization agenda, supporting trade negotiations at the East African community, and also regularly monitoring poverty through analysis of national surveys. The work that we've done and we continue to do has enabled government understand whether interventions are working. They have also enabled the design of programs such as the Social Assistance Grant for Empowerment, SAGE Cash Transfer Scheme, as well as evaluating the Northern Uganda Social Action Fund, NUSAF. We've also supported the development of the agro-industrialization agenda in this country. That's a major feature of the National Development Plan 3. We hope to continue to do more, working with universities in Uganda as well as those in the global north. Some of the challenges we've met are funding. Because of inadequate funding, we've not expanded as we would have wished. Currently, we have a staff of around 50 people. We would expect that in 30 years, we should be 80 or more. But because of constraints due to funding, we were unable to grow as fast as we had anticipated. The other challenge relates to the use of the evidence that we produce. In some instances, the evidence is used after several years. So you make proposals and various agencies take some time before adopting these proposals, which can be a constraint, especially if they are time bound. The limited funding has hindered the number of agencies we do support. Currently, we support the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, the Ministry of Agriculture, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Labor, Gender and Social Development. We should be able to reach out to more agencies, but due to a limited staff and overall funding, we are unable to reach out to all these people. In the next 30 years or the next few years, we hope to mobilize resources and establish or expand our center. One of the constraints we now face is space. The building we have can't take more than 55 people, so any aspirations depend on getting a bigger building. In the future, we hope to raise resources by doing joint collaborative work so that we are able to establish a bigger home.
Uganda is rooting for investors keen on producing for export as the country seeks to reduce its import bill and improve its balance of payment position. Currently, Uganda imports more than it exports, and experts are advising the bolstering of domestic production as an intervention.
We're trying to find ways on how these businesses and also these entrepreneurs can access markets. Like, for example, free trade zone. We have a free trade zone here in NTV. And it is also aimed at enabling a local manufacturer to actually penetrate markets abroad. So what you do is you produce products and you actually export them duty-free. So you're able to manufacture locally and then export to other countries. So
Uganda has several export processing zones where producers are accessing a number of duty waivers, and the policy's stance, besides import substitution promotion, is to support production for export.
The NTV Free Trade Zone is a huge opportunity for export. Yes, so what you do is you just actually have to be available, you have a product to manufacture, and then as long as 99% is going to be exported.
But even in the presence of the goodwill to support such production, the country still has work to do in the promotion of value addition and building local expertise to play in this space.
Well, you see, Uganda, as it is called Pearl of Africa, so it is literally a pearl. Any investor who comes to Uganda doesn't go empty-handed. So there is huge opportunity in terms of agriculture products, in terms of services, in terms of enjoyment, tourism. You see, we need to bring expertise from outside and implement those in Uganda so that there is addition of value to the services, to the products. For example, coffee or tea or pulses.
To some business players, certain elements of the policy and business environment are not supportive of such aspirations.
We want to so much encourage the taxing bodies and regulatory bodies like URSB and URA to please come in and participate in such forums, because this is a forum that brings on board all businesses regardless of their sizes or what. And this is the biggest issue that they always air out, are the taxing policies that need to be actually addressed. So many businesses are facing a challenge. They cannot grow because of the choking taxes which are levied on them.
So as Uganda looks to bolstering production, productivity and exports, a deliberate policy stance that is responsive to the needs of the private sector will be key.